Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another movie update. I've got a few things to show and talk about within this video, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Before we get into the movies, I did pick up a couple of other things. First up, I came across this for a couple of dollars on eBay. It's the Camp Crystal Lake flag. This is from one of the loot boxes, I'm not entirely sure which one. But for the price, I thought this was a pretty cool item to pick up. The next item is a book, and I cannot wait to start reading this. It's the official novel to the 2018 Halloween film. I'm very keen to find out if there's many differences between the novel and the book in terms of plot and storylines. So yeah, that's that. Haven't started it yet, but definitely cannot wait to start giving this one a read. And before we get on to the physical films, I've been watching a few things on Netflix which I wanted to quickly give my opinions on. One horror movie that I watched recently, and I'm sure everyone else has seen it by now, and that is Terrifier. There's no physical release over here in Australia, and I haven't bothered importing the movie yet. I probably will down the line at some point, because for the most part I thought it was pretty awesome. Great kills, Art the Clown was absolutely fantastic, and it had some good tension. I will say though, I thought some of the chase sequences, because it's a very sort of chasey type of slasher flick, I thought that could have been cut back a little bit. But other than that, I had a great time with the film and really enjoyed it a lot. I've also been watching a couple of horror themed shows on Netflix, which I definitely highly recommend. I haven't fully finished them yet, but from what I've seen so far, I definitely recommend them. The Haunting of Hill House, which I know quite a lot of you guys are watching, great show. And The Mist, which I also have been watching, and that is also very good, obviously based off the Stephen King novel, and it's pretty different to the film in terms of some scenarios and stuff that happens. So yeah, I definitely recommend those three if you haven't seen them already, and if you have Netflix, check them out. Anyway, with that being said, let's get on to the movies. So we'll go through the 4K titles first, and I will showcase the non-horror titles first, just get them out of the way. This finally dropped in price, the 4K release of Ready Player One. I haven't watched this yet, however I did check this one out in theatres and had a great time with it. So I definitely cannot wait to rewatch this one and see if there's any references that I missed out on upon seeing it in theatre, which I'm sure there is. But yeah, if you haven't seen this yet, I definitely highly recommend it. It's really good. The next film's been out for quite a while. It's pretty popular. I'm sure most of you have seen it. I have yet to do so, and that's Kong Skull Island. I'm really into my giant monster movies, especially Godzilla at the moment, and I thought it was about time that I check this one out. I've heard it's really good. Alright, moving on to the horror stuff now. A couple more 4Ks that I imported from America. We have American Psycho, which is one of my favourite modern slashers. What an absolutely phenomenal film, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this looks like in 4K. This one, which I was really excited to import, and that's the 40th anniversary 4K release of Halloween. I did check this one out, and it looks absolutely outstanding on 4K, the best the movie's ever looked, and it almost felt like I was watching a brand new film. It looked that good. And I also definitely want to mention the audio, which sounded fantastic, or at least on my setup it did. So yeah, if you own a 4K and you're yet to pick this one up, this release comes highly recommended. The movie looks and sounds phenomenal on the format, and it's an absolute classic film, everyone knows it. And to end the update, we have a couple of DVDs. First up is Boarding School. This is a recent horror movie that came out fairly recently this year, and it's one that I have yet to hear anyone else talk about. This one comes highly recommended. It was absolutely fantastic. It's kind of hard to talk too much about without fully giving everything away. But this is basically about a young boy who's had some disturbing things happen to him in the past, and his parents send him off to a boarding school with a bunch of other troubled children, and yeah, sinister things start happening, and as the movie goes on, the kids start discovering why they're really there and what's really going on. That's all I'm going to say. This was really, really good though, and if you're a fan of The Visit, it definitely had similar elements to that film. That's all I'm really going to say on that. But yeah, Boarding School, I think it's definitely a sleeper horror movie from this year, and one that I definitely recommend you guys check out. And last but certainly not least is a box set that a few people have shown in previous videos of late. This one's had a Blu-ray release from Scream Factory. I just stuck with the local DVD release. Picked this one up for about $10 on eBay, which is a pretty good price for this set as of right now. And it's the Alive Trilogy. I've never seen these films before. However, this box set has been on my radar for quite a while, and I thought it was about time I picked it up, especially when I found it for a decent price. So not much more to say on that. It's the Alive DVD Trilogy, and I'm glad to finally add this one into the collection. Alrighty, so there you go guys, that does it for another update. If you've seen any of these movies, let me know what you think of them in the comments section below. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.